Alright everybody, hello and welcome. Today we are going to be going over all the dekes in NHL 22. We're going to be going from beginner to advanced, and we're going to be helping you understand the game mechanics for how this is going to work when you're playing in-game on NHL 22. So just before we start, if you do enjoy this video, make sure to go down below, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the notification bell to never miss these uploads. So starting off, just some basic mechanics for you guys if you are not aware. In NHL 22, and really the last 8 or 9 NHL games now, they have added skill stick, which is just using the joystick to move your player's stick back and forth, as I am doing here. Stick handling on either side, and then doing some, dekes and shots and everything else with that in the process. So being able to handle the puck well with skill stick really allows you to just control your player and where they are handling and maintaining the puck. And the other really basic feature here that they have actually updated this year is protecting the puck. And it's not so much a deke, but it's just a basic feature that sometimes plays into when you're trying to perform dekes and you're, getting checked. So as you can see, I'm holding down the A button as I'm skating here with Connor McDavid. It would be X on PlayStation, and it just shields the puck as he skates along. Next up, we're going to go through some of the most basic dekes that we have here. So the first one here is going to be using LB, or I believe it would be on PlayStation, it would be L1. And what you are going to be doing is just pressing that as you skate and moving your left joystick in whichever direction you want to move the deke. So if I want McDavid to deke to the right, I'm going to go left bumper while moving him right, and he's going to perform a loose puck deke there. Sometimes they don't come off, you gotta be really timing it well, and like that's a good loose puck deke right there. So that would be to the right, and then of course if you're going to the left, you just push it the other way and he'll kind of deke outside, depending on if your player's right or left-handed as well. The other application of left bumper is a slip deke. So when you're really going down along the boards here and you just press LB, it will sometimes allow you to get around the defender trying to hit you, which is an absolutely huge play when you're breaking into the zone here. And you can see McDavid kind of just opens up, does more of a mohawk with his skating, and this allows him to really get down, get around and by, and maybe go in for a goal or something. So some of the most basic dekes in NHL 22 are going to be your toe drags. And the toe drags are just going to consist of pulling the puck out to the side, pushing it out to the side, and then pulling it in like that. Or if you're on the backhand, just pulling it across. So really, it's just starting with your player having their puck either on the forehand or on the backhand, like you're pushing the joystick that way, and then dragging it down and in to perform the toe drag. So working on a couple more toe drags here. You can do these dekes by pressing down your right stick while your player's moving and then dragging the puck back. It allows for a slightly more detailed toe drag as so, but you can also do this with a flip if you incorporate the right bumper into the deke. So you would push down on the right stick, you would then pull it back with the right stick, and then you would press RB, and it's a very quick motion, but you do have to just get the timing down right. It's a flip like that, and then you can go back, pick it up if you're trying to get it over a sprawling defender or something along those lines. That's where it's mainly useful. But then, of course, the final application of this would be this shot where you pull the backhand toe drag, but then you're actually shooting it as well. So, this is not, it's actually not that difficult for goalies to stop. But if you apply it right, you can score a lot of the time. So it would be like that, and then shooting the puck up. So another deke that goes into that backhand toe drag application, this one right here, is the actual flip deke. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but you have to just nail this one to actually get it to work properly. So you go through, perform the motion, and then it is a right bumper release. And what the right bumper release is going to do is allow you to flip the puck up and over top of the goalie if you time it correctly and you're in the right position. And sometimes it will look like that and it actually goes in. So again, it's that push down on the right stick, pull the puck back, and then release it with the right bumper afterwards. I totally butchered it there, but you guys just saw it in actual use. Sometimes the goalie will get you, but Most of the time, it's going to be just a nice little flick like that, and you will get it around and get the goalie literally looking like Antoniemi did in that actual highlight play by Dedzuk. Alright, next up we've got Windmill Dekes, and Windmill Dekes are very effective when you have a defender kind of just poking the puck, or trying to poke the puck off your stick while you're skating at them. And this is pretty simple, so all you're going to be doing is while you're in motion, you're just going to be using your left stick to direct the deke. So again, if I want to deke to the right, I'm going to push my joystick to the right while I'm also pressing LB or L1 if you're on PlayStation, and moving the right joystick across. So as you can see there. And then if I want to go back, of course, I'm just going the other way with the deke. So I'm going left with both the left joystick and the right joystick, along with L1 or LB implemented into that deke as well. So these are actually called stride dekes in the game, but they work. They're the exact same thing. Alright, next up we've got the bank pass. So again, I'd consider this one a fairly beginner move. All you have to do is combine left bumper or L1 with your right trigger or R2 on PlayStation, and you have to be moving along the boards to do this. So as you're moving, just go like that, and it'll kick your player outside while chipping the puck off the boards and around players. So a very simple deke. Again, if I'm coming down the boards and I want to get it around the defender, just a nice L1 and right trigger together. Another deke here is going to be the behind the net self pass, and the way you do this again is just going to be left bumper and right trigger, or L1 and RT, and you are just going to combine these while you're in behind the net. So this is more of a stop and start play if you're going to perform this. So you have to be going like you're in behind the net, and then you have to flip it back. So you have to be making the motion that you're going around the net, and then instead of going all the way around, you stop right here and pull it back, and then you just combine the right bumper or left bumper right trigger motion like such, and then your player should be free of the defender if they are chasing you around the net, and then you can pick it up and, you know, center the puck or do whatever you got to do to actually make this work. So moving to our last three real beginner dekes here, and the first one is going to be the jump deke. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be pushing the puck forward with your right stick as if you were going to be shooting, and you're going to be combining LB or L1 along with this. So when you go like this in skating, you just flick the puck up. So again, you do have to flick that right joystick, so be careful not to shoot it. You have to combine the bumper with the joystick movement at the same time, but it will let you just jump players quite literally with the puck. It will flip the puck up, and it will get you up in the air and moving towards the net. You will have to regather the puck once you actually make this deke. So yeah, now moving on to another very simple deke, and this one is going to be less of a deke and more of a play, but it is the drop pass. So you have to be just allowing the puck to not be in a forehand or backhand glide like so. You have to be just stationary, and then you just press right bumper as you're moving, and it will drop the puck back to whichever player's behind you. So say I meet 4 defenders at the blue line, I can drop that puck off, guide them moving forward with McDavid, cut across, and that puck is sitting there for a defenseman to pick it up, come rushing in, and, you know, maybe go in for a goal. So the final deke that we are going to cover for beginner dekes anyways is going to consist of the skate kick. So the way you're going to do the skate kick is you're going to use LB or L1 again, and you are going to kick the right joystick back into your feet as you're moving, and your player will tap the puck into his feet and kick it back forward to his stick. So a real simple deke if you're coming in trying to beat a defender one-on-one and they're not exactly sure what to expect from you. It's just a really nice and easy deke to try and beat your defender. Sometimes you'll draw tripping penalties with this and such, or you never know, right? There's lots of options, lots of applications with this, and I'll let you guys get creative with that. So moving on now to some less beginner, I'd say more advanced dekes, and these are going to be the ones that, you know, the really skilled players are going to use on a consistent basis, and they are a little more difficult to pull off in game. But the first one we're going to start with is the one-handed deke. So this is going to be pretty simple. Again, you are going to have to pretty much consistently have this thing on the backhand. It's not really possible to perform it off of the forehand because, again, your top hand of the player's stick is going to determine whether they're doing this deke off of the right or left side. Again, their handedness will completely play into this. So the way you are going to perform this is by pushing the puck to the backhand, usually while you're moving, and then you are going to take left bumper or L1 and combine it with a joystick movement of just an overarching kind of upside down U shape. So the first motion is combining the backhand movement for your player with with the left bumper, and then swinging it across as you make that movement. So as you can see, he's still doing windmill dekes because I'm not getting the timing right. So if he gets it on the backhand, then it's a one-hand deke. And you do have to incorporate the left stick movement into this deke as well. And that's the only way you'll really get a one-hander going. I don't know if it's possible to score off of these or not. I would assume probably not, but you know, it could work. You could somehow beat the goalie if they open up the 5-0 like Robin Lehner does. Alright, next up we've got the between the legs deke. So as you can see, I'm performing that there right there nice and quickly. It shouldn't exactly work like this, but this deke sometimes can fool goalies in a shootout or things like such to come walking in, fake it, and then pull it back through your legs for a deke. That works sometimes, but the way you're going to perform this is by holding down L1 or left bumper and then pressing down with your joystick. As you can see, McDavid's performing a fake shot there when I press on the joystick. So when you combine those, he then puts the stick and puck between his legs. Very simple motion, and then it can be incorporated into either a pass by applying RT, right trigger, yeah, right trigger, or R2 on PlayStation. So very simple pass. Koskinen's going to pass that one back to me. Okay. Or you can then incorporate it into deke. So say I'm coming down the wall, I want to make a move, I pull it out of the deke and then back, or I can pull it into the deke and then back out. Like I just explained in the shootout, you know, sometimes this fools goalies with a backhand move like such. Or you can also shoot the puck out of this. So it's a very simple deke to apply. When you're moving, you just actually flick the right joystick forward in the motion, and then you will see a goal, something along the lines of that, or the goaltender will read it and won't slide across the net. And again, if you're trying to actually perform goals in, I would say mainly in shootout situations, you're really going to want to apply this as far as cutting across the net and then shooting the puck. So you have to get your timing just right on this deke, otherwise a goalie's going to poke you like that. Another simple yet somehow difficult to perform deke that you will see here is the one-handed tuck deke. So you can do this off of the forehand or the backhand. Doesn't matter which side you're applying, but you have to come in down the side. And the way this is going to work is by tapping both right bumper and left bumper, or R1 and L1 at the same time after having the right joystick pushed out and having your player moving forward at the same time. So that will be the motion. You can do it off the forehand, or you can do it off the backhand if McDavid decides not to try to saucer pass here. But okay, he's not doing it today. That's fun. So yeah, you're in motion and then you tuck it like that. So yeah, again, either side, if you're wanting to do a backhand tuck, you have to start with the puck on the forehand like so. And you know, sometimes they go in, you really gotta play your space correctly. Or you can do it off of the backhand, so you go like this, and then you tuck, and Koskinen did read that one. Alright guys, so the most advanced deke, if you don't know how to do this one, it was very, very popular last year, and very difficult to pull off. So it's the Lacrosse deke. So what your controller combination is going to be here, it is a lot more complicated than just about all the other dekes here, is you're going to hold a forehand glide. So you have to push your joystick either to the right or the left. For McDavid, it's the left side, as he's left-handed. Then you're going to press down left bumper, and you're going to hold it. And then you're going to actually press down on the joystick while you still have it in the forehand glide. He's going to get stuck in this position. And then you're going to drag the right joystick down in a U shape, and he's going to perform that motion. It's really hard to get the puck to actually stick, especially when you're in behind the net. So again, like I just showed you, again, it has to be in motion too. So you have to forehand glide, press, and then you can see he actually tried to pull it there, but I was just not in the right spot. So it'd be forehand glide around. Okay, didn't get it. The forehand glide around. You have to not hit it on the net either, which is another complicated factor. and sometimes it just does not work at all. So the final deke here we have is the Kucherov deke, or the fake deke. It hardly actually works against computer goalies, but I'm going to try to pull it off. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold the left bumper, and then we're going to push the left stick to the right, and then immediately after push the right stick to the left. But you have to be in motion to do this as well. And sometimes it comes off, sometimes it doesn't. So it's like going into a stride deke. Sometimes you'll just get a stride deke out of this and it does absolutely nothing. So guys, that's my deking tutorial. Some of these dekes are not very easy to pull off, but I'm sure you'll get good at them if you practice them enough in training or things like such. And of course, just, you know, get out there, start playing NHL 22 if you have EA access. If you don't, this should be out in a couple of days, and then you guys can really get to experience the new, you know, Frostbite engine, the new movement. It feels a lot more fluid than the previous game, and I really like where it's at. And, you know, players with better dekes like McDavid, he is absolutely just pulling Koskinen out of the net here. Like, it's not even close, and I'm playing on Superstar. So, I mean, take that as you will, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to go down below, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the notification bell to never miss these uploads. And until next time.